All right, let me introduce first Jen Royal, my guest co-host for the day. Hello, madam.
Hello, sir.
And also my boy, Eric Fraize, the Witch King. Oh, wait,
my boy
what microphone
now.
is he on, Crazy Gulo? Four?
Four.
Oh, what's up, Eric?
Is that this one?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, here I am.
You're back?
I'm back.
All right, so you were here last year, and you nailed so many predictions for 2012.
Thank you.
Like, you nailed a bunch. But now it's 2013.
74.4% accuracy rating. I did it. I was a nerd. I got all nerdy and calculated it.
Oh, during the year, whenever something happened, you would send me an email and be like, just so you know, I predicted this.
Yeah, can you let me on the show? Yeah.
Here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is. Like you predicted, Obama being reelected, that's a 50-50 thing. But you predicted the earthquake, all the crazy earthquakes that happened. You predicted what else here? You predicted a bunch of stuff. Trouble for the royal family. There was a body found on the
Right.
on the grounds.
I wanted to qualify, too. Remember this? I said a celebrity basketball player was going to die. That was probably the biggest prediction I made. Well, Hurricane Sandy was the biggest prediction I made last year, but we were also big on, like, who's it going to be, et cetera.
Yeah.
I did some research, and in August, a former Atlanta, where is it, number 20? He died saving his wife. That's it. Atlanta.
Oh, celebrity basketball player.
Danny Roundfield, right. Died. The circumstances were freaky. He died saving his wife off the coast of Aruba. From drowning. He died drowning.
I never heard of this story.
Me
Yeah,
either.
it came in August, yeah. I had to look up some of the stuff, yeah.
And the Javon Belcher thing was pretty big, but he wasn't a big name. I don't think it was a big story, but he wasn't a big name.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, that was 2012. 74.9 was 74. That's 3 out of every 4, basically. 3 out of every 4 was
like
correct.
3 out of 4, yeah.
Okay, so now let's move on to 2013. You have a bunch that you did for 2013. We're gonna put them all on the webpage. However, let's just talk about some of the major ones here. You have singer Bobby Brown makes significant news this year. What
Right.
type of news? Like dying news or?
I don't like to say dying, but however, here's the vision that came to me, and this is why I said that particular prediction came to me in a dream. And preparing for the show, I always ask, the gods to send me, visions, dreams, tell me what's going to happen. And specifically, with him, I saw Bobby Brown on stage with Whitney Houston. She's dead.
Right.
But I saw them in the same realm together.
Oh.
Do you see what I mean? So I'm like, okay, well, perhaps they're going to be in the same realm together. That's kind of what I gathered.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to say, let's go with, okay, Bobby Brown's going to make major news.
Right.
Let's just leave it at that.
It could be him going on tour with the Whitney hologram. It's 2013. That'd be the same exact vision. But I like your story better. So Bobby Brown's gonna die this year.
I didn't say that.
Well, we all thought
you know
he was
what's
going to
funny?
die before Whitney.
I had a dream too that because of this show, he called me and wanted to know about this prediction.
Really?
So we'll see. I'll let
He
you know.
probably will. He has a lot of family in the area
I'll
who are
let you know if
freaking
he
out right now
I'll
hearing
let
this
you know
story.
if he reaches out to me.
Yeah.
MyPsychicServices.com, Bobby. All right.
Good one. Florida, St. Petersburg, and Florida. You said shock and sorrow in St. Petersburg and Florida. What does that mean?
You don't want to talk about a sensitive subject on the heels of a tragedy like we saw in Connecticut, but that's
Right.
kind of the vibe. I don't think it was, any incident like that is horrific. But specifically, interestingly enough, I saw northeastern Florida, and St. Pete, I believe, is on the west coast, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
It's Tampa.
Tampa area, right. But I saw the northeast of Florida, but I heard St. Petersburg, so there's some clarification on that. But it was something on par with something tragic, yeah.
Oh, well, that's not good. So tragedy in the St. Petersburg, Tampa area of Florida. Another one here. In April, this is about Boston. You're saying in April or May, sometime in the spring, Boston is depressed. You wrote Boston is depressed, submerged, lowered and standing, heartfelt sorrow.
Right. Economic woe.
Economic woe.
I actually think there's a few predictions in there. Mind you, I did these all on December 21st during that 8-minute window that the Mayans predicted this huge magnetic ray would hit the Earth.
Yeah.
What I got, there's a couple of predictions in that one sentence. Boston is depressed. Look at the word submerged. Are we going to have a major Sandy-like storm? Are we going to have a big flood?
Right.
Lowered in standing. Heartfelt sorrow. You take is a public figure in the city going to be ill? Are we gonna grieve? Is there going to be a scathing loss for one of the sports teams? And I don't mean to not trivializing it. I mean, we take our sport seriously in
Yeah.
Boston, and
You
that's
think?
some heartfelt sorrow. You know what I mean? If the Sox get like to Game 7 of the World Series, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden we blow it. then
But that's in April and May. That's not a big.
that's true. That's
baseball
true.
thing.
You got me there. Yeah.
I mean, it could be an athlete dying.
It tells you how sports savvy I am. What?
It could be an athlete dying.
Yeah, it would only be Celtics, actually.
You want people to die, don't
No,
you?
I'm just
You
saying,
want
like,
them to-
I know, he's so negative.
all these predictions are pretty negative. I got to tell you, man.
you know what they are, and let me
Yeah,
tell you
why is that?
Because look at the world is getting worse, and it's because and look at the environment, look at the climate, look at Hurricane Sandy. The Earth is changing far ahead of schedule, and what's happening is this is all designed to show us that we cannot continue to live the way we're living. We cannot continue to pollute the Earth. We cannot continue to disregard our fellow man. We have tragedies over here that are really tragedies. We forget that people are dying every day in Syria and in the West Bank, and we don't. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so there's a great imbalance in the world, not only for our fellow man, but there's an imbalance environmentally as well. And the Earth is a living, breathing entity, and she gets pissed.
But I think at times we don't highlight the positives in life because the negative stuff sells.
Sure, yeah, the negative stuff, sex. I mean, it all.
Sex is negative?
No, sex sells. The negative stuff sells. Sex sells. Sex sells. Yes.
Right.
Negative stuff sells. I mean, that's not why I put negative predictions. I just say what I see.
So cool. Put all these predictions up on the webpage. The big ones though. Singer Bobby Brown makes significant news. You saw him on stage with Whitney Houston in a dream. Shock and sorrow in the Tampa, St. Petersburg section of Florida, and something bad happening in Boston in April or May. Boston's depressed, submerged, lowered and standing.
When's the
heartfelt
marathon?
sorrow.
The marathon's in April too, isn't it?
The marathon is in April.
Boston Marathon.
Someone's gonna die during the marathon.
I don't.
Man, Eric, you're so. Can we talk about Kim and Kanye having a baby? Yay! All right, Eric Fraize, My Psychic Services.